Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell and engage with me. Today I wanted to talk about ways to stay young forever. First, I wanted to say a huge thank you to OLAY for sponsoring this video. I get so many comments from you guys or from people that I meet that I look really young, and it actually used to be such an annoying thing for me. I tried so hard to look older. We all do when we're teenagers, but now I really do enjoy it, especially when people think that I'm like 13 or 14 years old. What? I always say I invest in my skincare. Now, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the introduction of the right ingredients. Honestly, skincare has been such a fast-paced, evolving industry, but there are some things that are just so proven to help you and your skin. So one ingredient that I feel like is so crucial to start introducing into our skincare routine is retinol. So what is retinol? Retinol is vitamin A that encourages skin turnover. So as I mentioned, in your mid-20s, that process starts kind of slowing down. Also think about hormonal changes like pregnancies. 3 of them. I tried retinol before, and something that you experience with retinol at times is that it leaves your skin dry and sensitive, which is what happened to me, so I kind of stopped doing that. And then now that I'm turning 30 this year, I really wanted to introduce a retinol into my skincare routine, but also try to find one that will work with my skin. Here I am introducing you the product that I've been using for about, I would say 4 or 5 months now. This is the OLAY Retinol24, and I am using the night serum. So there are other products in the line, and for me, I really saw the night serum work best for me, incorporated into my already existing skincare routine. So what made this specific product interesting to me is the fact that it also contains vitamin B3, which helps with any irritation or sensitivity, which works amazing with retinol that is known to irritate a little bit. So not only that it's preventative for any wrinkles, but also really helpful with, again, discoloration, not even skin tone, acne scars. This one hasn't caused any irritation whatsoever and just kind of seamlessly went into my skincare routine. How I like to use it is I will wash my face. I'll usually double cleanse at night, and then I'll put a little bit of my essence or face mist on, and then I'll put my retinol, and then I'll use a little bit of this hydration serum that I have, and then I'll put my nighttime oil just to seal everything in. This is safe to use every day. I've been using it every night, but you have to make sure that you use SPF every single day. Be very diligent about it, and honestly, it's so important either way that you have to make sure you use SPF every single day, because if there's anything that causes damage to the skin is UV rays. If you want to learn more about the product, about how you use it, any questions whatsoever, you can check out in my description box the website olay.ca that will give you much more information on retinol. The second thing I want you to think about for yourself, and it's something that is not a surprise, but sunscreen. You guys, it's been literally proven that the #1 cause for premature aging is sun damage, UV rays. And trust me, there is no one that loves basking in the sun more than this person, but I slather myself in sunscreen like there's no tomorrow. I feel like we, a lot of the times, are not too diligent about it. So we have to just make it into a religious habit. If there's like a moisturizer that has like SPF in it, it's not enough. Honestly, double up. For me, even if I use a product that has SPF in it, I want to make sure that I am so fully protected that I use another layer of specific just sunscreen. There's a lot of great products out there that just have really good sunscreen that also has a little bit of tint to it, so it can just be your kind of a layer or a base for your makeup. So go out there, try different things, and see what works. The next component I struggle with: sleep. Getting efficient amount of sleep and that good, deep, quality sleep is extremely important for our bodies. Obviously, ideally you want between 7 to 8 hours, but it's just, especially for me specifically, I feel like I don't get that really deep sleep anymore. So I started using just different things that help me to ensure that I'll have a good night's sleep. I obviously don't hit the 7-8 hour mark every time, but I try my best. So I wanted to share with you some of the things that I do that helps me. So one of the things is meditating before going to sleep. I use guided meditation that just kind of relaxes me and puts my brain in a less busy kind of state of mind. That includes obviously breath work and just affirmation and visualization, and I feel like it kind of prompts me into that, okay, it's time to settle down and go to sleep. And then another item that I found to be really helpful is a weighted blanket. This has been such a good invention. I don't know how it took us so long to figure this out. So a weighted blanket is basically a heavier blanket that just feels like someone is giving you a hug while you sleep. It's very breathable, it's just very cozy. There has been some studies done that showed how, you know, this is amazing for anyone that suffers from anxiety or from depression, or for in general just need that extra help to sleep, fall asleep, stay asleep, and enjoy a good night's sleep. The food that we put into our bodies, you have to make sure that you supply your body with the right ingredients. There's so much education out there, and there's honestly kind of the same repetitive messaging you see across the board. You want to eat healthy fats for skin health. You want to make sure that you get your proteins. It doesn't have to come in animal form. There's a lot of plant-based protein out there. I really tried to go vegan. It completely didn't work for me. And then I tried to go 100% plant-based. It did not work for me. But what I'm trying to do is marry both of my kind of traditional way of eating with more plant-based. And then something that I started reading about that's been really helpful, and you guys let me know if you want a bigger like format video explaining the concept, is intermittent fasting. That has been a really interesting topic that's been proven over and over again to be actually a very important part of just longevity and health in general, which obviously connects as well to our skin and the way we look, especially for women. I think it's so extremely important. So I am all about the nuts, the seeds. I'm all about avocados and fish. Really try to find sources of fats that you can incorporate on a daily basis into your diet. I do want to talk about supplements, and as I mentioned, if you can get a lot of these vitamins and nutrients from food sources, that's amazing. But the one thing I can kind of attest to from personal experience is collagen supplements. So I personally have been using collagen powder for the past, I would say, 6-7 years. When we're teens and when we're in our early 20s, we have a good sufficient amount of collagen in our bodies, but then we start losing 1% once you hit 20, 1% a year, and then it just goes like once I started kind of researching a little deeper into what the collagen powder does, that's where I learned a little bit more about the support it gives the skin and hair and nails and things like that. With the collagen powder, I'll actually add it every morning into my coffee, just blend it, and I'm good to go. And you can add it anywhere. It's also a great source of protein. You can put it in your smoothies, and yeah, mainly in your smoothies. I wouldn't go into foods. That would be weird. Next up is this amazing new way to take care of your skin. What I've been doing is using tools like the jade roller, and recently, the past year, I've introduced my skin and my daily routine, the gua sha tool. So if you guys are not familiar with these babies, these are basically an ancient Chinese method of keeping your skin vibrant and really much of kind of a lymphatic drainage, taking out any toxins, relaxing your facial muscles, which is something that we don't really do. The lines form when we keep using the same muscles, but we don't really exercise them, we don't stretch them. So these kind of tools are really all about de-bloating, about keeping the elasticity, and to really stretch the fascia in your skin. There are such amazing tutorials out there. I'm gonna put one of my favorites in the description box of explanation of how to use these tools specifically, if it's for debloating, if it's for contouring. Like gua sha, I found is an amazing way to contour your face. You have to be dedicated, but I try to do it every night. It's honestly, in my opinion, have done amazing things for my skin. The skin feels more glowy, and all you need to do with this is making sure that you put oil on your skin before you start scraping your skin.
Thank you guys so much for watching. To check my updated 7-step skincare routine for winter, click here.